tutorial takes you through sending an SMS campaign through the TextCampaign online application. With TextCampaign, you take a previously prepared CSV file or comma separated variable file, upload it into the application, select the phone numbers for your recipient list, enter the message body, and then select whether you'd like to receive replies to your message or not. So for step 1, you can have a look for accompanying help, and this is available on each of the 4 steps. Step 1 requires us to upload a previously prepared comma separated variable file. The file itself needs to have at minimum a column of phone numbers, which can be anything from a single number through to tens of thousands of numbers should you wish. You then have the option to have additional columns which are used for personalization of the message. In this example, we're going to use column B to personalize the message with the recipient's first name. So we need to save this file, save this spreadsheet as a CSV file. If you're using an Apple computer, then it needs to be saved as a Windows CSV file. So now let's go back to our application. We first enter the name of that campaign, and let's call this demonstration. And then we need to actually import the previously prepared CSV file by clicking the Browse button. And our campaign file is called mycampaign.csv, and we'll open that and then upload the file. TextCampaign will automatically dedupe the numbers, taking out duplicates, and subsequent steps it'll actually format the numbers correctly. When we arrive on step 2 of the TextCampaign service, you'll see a window appears showing us example rows from the file that we just imported. This gives us the confidence that the file that we imported is the correct file that we want to use for our text campaign. And you can see that column 1 with the phone number and the column 2 being Jeff was the same as the file we just looked at in Excel. The first choice we need to make is to confirm the column that has the recipient phone numbers in it. The default is C01, column 1, and that does indeed contain our list of recipients. The second choice we need to make, which we can leave unticked if all of our recipient numbers are in the local country, which they are. If our file contains a mixture of countries' recipients, then we need to have all of the recipients formatted in their correct full international format. And you can see for our phone number here, it's not in the international format because the system will automatically add 44, the country code for the UK, to it in step 3. So if all of our numbers are in the same country, and in this example the United Kingdom, we do not need to tick this particular box, and we don't need to have our numbers formatted into the international format. The third area to confirm is, do we want to use any of the other columns in the file for personalization? And we're going to use column 2 to personalize the message with the first names of the recipients in our spreadsheet. So we're going to just tick the column 2 box. We will then go to the next step. When we arrive on step 3 of TextCampaign, we are given the confirmation of the name of the campaign along with the number of rows that have been accepted or rejected from our CSV file. Between steps 2 and 3, the recipient phone numbers are reformatted into their full international format. Any numbers that cannot be formatted because they are too short or too long are discarded, along with any numbers that are duplicated within the CSV file. Again, as in step 2, a preview of the file is provided to ensure that the content looks appropriate for our campaign. We need the column that has the recipient phone numbers in it to be formatted in their full international format. If we move down to the message body part of the screen, we have the choice of selecting a template that we will already have prepared, as well as selecting the validity for this particular campaign, and that's the length of time that the message itself should be retried if the first attempt cannot be made successfully. We also have the ability to choose a different character set. We could choose the Unicode character set, which we would select if we were sending messages in other languages or writing systems such as Cyrillic, Hindi, and Cantonese. We want to be able to personalize the message with the first name of the individuals that we're sending the message to. So to start with, if we just type in hello, and then we want to enter the variable that we're going to be using to personalize the message with. To the right of the message body, you can see variables and a list of the variables that we've chosen to use in step 2. For us, it's just the variable C02. Below that, we have a description of how we should format the variable within the message body to ensure that the first names, the values in column 2, are sent within the message body to each of the recipients listed in column 1. So for us, it's hello space percentage C02%, and that would be hello first name followed by how are you. And that's the message body that we want to send out to our list of recipients. Just below the message body, you can see the number of characters that this message will be taking and the number of messages that the message will be sent as. We can go beyond the 160 character maximum if we want to send an extended length message to the recipient, and to do that we just need to keep typing and tick the box to allow the system to send an extended length message to the recipient list. To move to the final step, step 4, we just click on the next step button. In step 4, we have the ability to decide whether the recipient has the ability to reply or not. The first reply option we have actually is a no reply option. What will be sent instead of a phone number is the 11 characters to the right of that reply option. In this example, we've chosen Acme Co. Limited. Using this option, the recipient will not be able to reply to the message they receive. If we wish to have them replying to the message, we have 3 different options for them to reply. They can reply to my phone, and that means that the phone number that we put here will be the phone number that the messages appear to come from. Therefore, any reply will go straight back to this particular handset. If we tick the reply to CSV file, then any reply will come back into the TextCampaign application, which you will be able to pick up from your View Sent Campaigns area, where all sent campaigns are listed. If you'd rather receive your replies in an email format, then ticking that option will ensure that any replies that are sent back will be relayed to this email address. Let's not go with any reply and select the no reply option. We also have the ability below, just before we send the campaign, to either schedule it for later delivery or to have it sent now. We'll go with the send now option, and we'll press the send campaign button to send the campaign. Once you have clicked on the send campaign button, the system confirms that your campaign is in a queue to be delivered. Once the campaign has been sent, you can then go to your View Sent Campaigns area, which will list your previously sent campaigns. From here, clicking on the View button will confirm the basic details of your campaign: its name, the originator, when it was sent, the number of recipients, the reply option that we selected, as well as the message body. Beneath the campaign summary area, we have the ability to download 2 CSV files. The first is a report showing the status for every message that was delivered as part of our campaign. The second report gives us a list of all the replies that our campaign has received to date. And below that, we have a summary of the delivery position for the campaign. In our example, we had one recipient, and that one recipient had their message delivered to the handset. And that concludes the TextCampaign sending tutorial.